All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Lalema Aneja Dang. The headlines. Polling begins for assembly elections in Mizoram and Madhya Pradesh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to leave for Argentina today to attend G20 summit. Union Ministers Harsimrat, Kaur, Badal and Hardeep Singh Puri to attend groundbreaking ceremony of Kartarpur corridor in Pakistan. Countdown for the launch of pslv C-43 carrying India's Earth Observation Satellite HySIS begins. 49th International Film Festival of India concludes in Goa this evening, and in Men's Hockey World Cup, group stage clash begins today, India to face South Africa in their opening game. Voting began for the assembly elections in Mizoram and Madhya Pradesh this morning. Talking to AIR, Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat said,
पार्टियां सारे मतदान केंद्रों पर कल शाम को ही पहुंच गई थीं और अभी सुबह मॉक पोल भी होने की खबर आ गई है कि सब पोलिंग स्टेशन पर पोलिंग एजेंट्स के सामने मॉक पोल करके ये दिखा दिया गया है कि ईवीएम वीवीपैट ठीक से काम कर रहे हैं.
In Mizoram, voting started at 7 a.m. and will end at 4 p.m. 209 contestants of several parties are in the fray for 40-member Mizoram Assembly. Chief Electoral Officer Ashish Kundra said all arrangements are in place to conduct free, fair and peaceful polling. Here's a report.
There is a total of 7,70,395 voters, of whom 3,94,895 are female voters. In this multi-cornered election, ruling Congress and opposition MNF have fielded 40 candidates, while BJP is contesting in 39 and ZPM in 38 seats. ZPM is contesting as independent candidates. Election officials said webcasting of polling is going on in selective 40 polling stations. Irene, AIR News, Aizawl.
In Madhya Pradesh, voting which began at 8 a.m. will continue till 5 p.m. However, timing for polling in Baihar, Lanji, Paraswada Assembly constituencies of Balaghat district has been set from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. More than 5 crore voters are eligible to decide the fate of 2,899 candidates contesting for 230-seat Madhya Pradesh Assembly. The main contest is between the ruling BJP and opposition Congress. Chief Electoral Officer of Madhya Pradesh, V.L. Kanta Rao said, elaborate security arrangements have been made to ensure free, fair and peaceful elections. Around 1,80,000 security personnel have been deployed to ensure peaceful polling. Here's more from a correspondent.
Madhya Pradesh has around 5,4,95,000 voters. In addition, there are 62,172 service voters. There are 1,094 independent candidates into the fray. The BJP has fielded candidates on all 230 seats, while the Congress is contesting on 229 seats and has left one seat Jatara in Tikamgarh district for the Loktantrik Janata Dal led by Sharad Yadav. The BSP has fielded 227 candidates and the SP is contesting on 52 seats. The Aam Aadmi Party contesting the Madhya Pradesh election for the first time has fielded 208 candidates. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
Campaigning is on in full swing for assembly polls in Rajasthan and Telangana. Both states will go to polls in a single phase on the 7th of December. Rajasthan has a 200-member assembly. Telangana has 119 constituencies. Top leaders of different parties are visiting various constituencies to woo the voters. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address public rallies in Nagaur and Bharatpur in Rajasthan today. Our correspondent has the details.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is to address rallies in Nagaur and Bharatpur today. UP CM Yogi Adityanath is to address 6 public meetings today at various places in the state. Union Ministers Ravi Shankar Prasad, Mahesh Sharma and Shiv Pratap Shukla will also campaigning for the party today. In Congress, former Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot will address election rallies at various places. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Telangana, campaigning is going on in full swing for assembly polls. A report.
Just over a week to go for Telangana Assembly elections, top leaders of all parties began addressing back-to-back political rallies in the poll-bound Telangana. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed two election rallies at Nizamabad and Mahbubnagar yesterday. TRS Chief Chandrasekhar Rao has extended his electioneering in another 14 constituencies tomorrow and the day after. Congress President Rahul Gandhi will take part in party electioneering in Mahbubnagar, Khammam and Hyderabad district today. TDP National President Chandrababu Naidu will also share dayas with him in Khammam and Hyderabad. Lakshmi, AIR News, Hyderabad.
Counting of votes for all the 5 states, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Mizoram, Rajasthan and Telangana will be held on the 11th of December. The Pradesh Congress Committee released a comprehensive People's Manifesto with about 35 core issues in Telangana. The Congress assured people of good governance, development of farmers, students and health sectors in its manifesto. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will leave for Argentina today to attend the G20 summit. He said India will highlight the need for reformed multilateralism which reflects the contemporary realities. In a statement, Mr. Modi said there is also a need to strengthen international cooperation and enhance action against fugitive economic offenders and financing of terrorism. The Prime Minister said emerging economies are today facing unprecedented economic and technological challenges. Mr. Modi said India's contribution to global economic growth and prosperity underlines its commitment to building consensus for fair and sustainable development, which is the theme of the summit. He said G20 seeks to promote multifaceted cooperation among the 20 largest economies of the world. Through the 10 years of its existence, G20 has strived to promote stable and sustainable global growth. Mr. Modi said he is looking forward to meeting leaders from other G20 countries to review the work of G20 in the last 10 years of its existence and chart ways and means to meet the challenges of the coming decade. He said the global leaders will deliberate on the situation of global economy and trade, international finance and tax systems, the future of work, women empowerment, infrastructure and sustainable development. Here's a report.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the G20 summit with a focus on the welfare schemes like Mudra Yojana, Ayushman Bharat, Soil Health Card, Jan Dhan Yojana and Solar Alliance among others. Mr. Modi will also raise issue of combating terrorism. On the sidelines of the summit, the Prime Minister will hold bilateral meetings with several world leaders including Chinese President, German Chancellor, Spanish Prime Minister and UN Secretary General. The BRICS head of states will also meet in Buenos Aires. Manas Pratim Sharma, AIR News, Delhi.
Union Ministers Harsimrat Kaur Badal and Hardeep Singh Puri will attend the groundbreaking ceremony of Dera Baba Nanak Kartarpur Sahib Corridor in Pakistan today. Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan will lay the foundation stone of the project. The event will be held at Narowal, some 120 kilometers from Lahore. A report.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu had laid the foundation stone of Kartarpur corridor up to the international border with Pakistan at Man village in Gurdaspur district of Punjab on Monday. The corridor, once built, will give Indian pilgrims easy access to the shrine. The 16th century Gurdwara Darbar Sahib Kartarpur on the banks of River Ravi is important for Sikhs as Guru Nanak Dev, founder of Sikhism, spent 18 years there. The Union Cabinet had last week approved the building and development of the corridor to commemorate the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev next year. Anupam Mishra, AIR News, Delhi.
For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. You may also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. The countdown for the launch of ISRO's Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle pslv C-43 began this morning at 5:58 hours. The processes during the countdown phase are going on smooth in its spaceport at Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh. The processes include the fueling of the 2 liquid fuel stages of the rocket and systems check. It is set to lift off from its first launch pad carrying India's Earth observation satellite HySIS at 09:58 hours tomorrow morning. The highly versatile rocket would carry 30 other satellites from 8 nations. Here's more from our correspondent.
The hyperspectral imaging satellite HySIS will be the principal payload for the rocket pslv C-43. This will be the 68th launch mission for the National Space Agency ISRO from Sriharikota. The rocket pslv will put the satellite HySIS first at an altitude of about 637 kilometers. Then it will be switched off and on twice to take the other 30 small satellites to an entirely different orbit of about 505 kilometer height and inject them one after the other in quick succession. Jai Singh, AR News, Chennai.
The 49th International Film Festival of India will end in Goa today. The closing ceremony will be held at the Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Stadium in Talegaon near Panaji this evening. Master scriptwriter Salim Khan will be honoured with the IFFI Special Award for his lifetime contribution to cinema at the closing ceremony. 12 films, including 2 from India, have been nominated for this year's ICFT UNESCO Gandhi Medal. The award will be presented at the closing ceremony. Our correspondent has the details.
26 feature films and 21 non-feature films were screened in the Indian Panorama section. While Israel was the focus country, Jharkhand was the focus state this year. Veteran Israeli filmmaker Dan Wolman was given the Lifetime Achievement Award at the opening ceremony. Another new section at IFFI this year was the screening of 6 Indian sports biopics as an extension of the Khelo India initiative. In the international competition section, 15 movies were screened, out of which 3 were Indian. 2 movies, Sholay and Hichki, were screened at this year's IFFI as part of a special package for visually impaired persons, with Ashok Shukla, Saikat Sarkar from Goa for AIR.
Indonesian Ambassador to India Siddhartho Reza Suryodipuro met Lieutenant Governor of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, retired Admiral D.K. Joshi at Rajniwas yesterday. He is currently on a visit to Andaman and Nicobar Islands for Indonesia-India Business Forum and Expo. The ambassador was apprised of the geographical proximity and strategic location of the islands, transformational tourism, infrastructure and connectivity projects. The 14th edition of the Men's Hockey World Cup will begin in Bhubaneswar, Odisha today. In the group stage clash, Belgium will face Canada in the tournament opener at 5 p.m. India will lock horns with South Africa in the second encounter at 7 p.m. The tournament will be played among 16 countries till the 16th of December. India will be looking to start their campaign with a big win under Manpreet Singh's charge. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Saira Mujtaba.
Thank you, Lalima. Pak says will invite Modi again for SAARC summit is the Hindustan Times headline. The Indian Express makes a startling revelation on its front page. In US, ortho major striker forced to admit it was corrupting doctors and hospitals in India. Government allows ethanol extraction for blending from food grains too. With maize, jowar, bajra in blended petrol program, farmers' income may get a boost, says the Hindu Business Line. Indian scientists from CSIR have successfully grown monk fruit on Indian soil in Himachal Pradesh, reports the Pioneer. The fruit hails from China, has high nutrition and low calories. The DNA headlines the story of central government's directive to reduce the weight of school bags. The Tribune reports of a rare form of protest by Firozpur villagers by releasing 4 trucks of stray cattle in front of DC's office as they were venturing into their farms and eating their crops. 80 acres of land designated for cattle feed was wrongly leased out to mint money instead. Activist Fatima's arrest after she posted offensive material on Facebook regarding Sabrimala has also been covered by the DNA. Cricket veteran Mithali Raj is utterly dejected and depressed, reports The Hindu, for having been dropped for recent T20 World Cup semi-final, blames her coach as being unjustifiable. The Hindustan Times in a box item remembers the legendary hockey player Surjit Singh, who passed away in 1984 at 32 years. Some other stories covered by newspapers are India having best pay hikes in South Asia, Amrita Sehgal's painting making to a Sotheby's auction, Spotify, world's largest music streaming to be in India in 6 months, 3 lakh having been benefited from Ayushman Bharat, Delhi government to revive 201 water bodies, Astha Sharma from Jorhat taking on Trump over global warming on Twitter, and 43 18th century temples found in Varanasi by ASI. And with that, it's back to you, Lalima.
Thank you, Saira. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Polling begins for assembly elections in Mizoram and Madhya Pradesh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to leave for Argentina today to attend G20 summit. Union Ministers Harsimrat, Kaur, Badal and Hardeep Singh Puri to attend groundbreaking ceremony of Kartarpur corridor in Pakistan. Countdown for launch of pslv C-43 carrying India's Earth observation satellite HySIS begins. 49th International Film Festival of India concludes in Goa this evening. And in Men's Hockey World Cup, group stage clash begins today. India to face South Africa in their opening game. And that's all we have for you in the morning news. Have a nice day.